going on, guys? This is James from the Research Revolution. Hey, I just want to say this up front. We need eyes in the street in North Carolina. Basically, I'm going to go over what we know up until this point. So, just before 4 o'clock yesterday, Tuesday, police fatally shot Keith Scott, right, in Charlotte, North Carolina, at a complex while they were trying to serve a warrant to another guy, a completely different person. So the 43-year-old was killed just one day after cops in Tulsa, Oklahoma, released footage of a white officer shooting an unarmed black man on the side of the road. I scrutinized this. I will put this video out. I believe that this video is fake. The guy is reaching in to his car. He is also a cop, or he has some ties to the police. He was reaching in, and then if you look at the blood is key. The blood, all this, it just does not look real. The helicopter shot goes away, and then when it comes through, he already has the blood on him, and it just does not look real. So we could assume that that is fake footage. Now we could also assume that they're basically coordinating every side of this, both sides of this. So the hundreds of demonstrators, which were organized by Soros and other, the groups that were doing this, funded by Soros, were reacting to what by now, and especially this week, is an inescapable fact of American life. Blah, blah, blah. All right. And I'm not here saying anything about cops or any of this stuff. I'm simply saying about what's going on. Now, Tuesday night's tragedy in North Carolina wasn't a prototypical Black Lives Matter outrage. However, as Brentley Visson, the officer who shot Scott, so Brentley Visson is himself a black man, and officials are adamant the deceased was on everything is he was black. A white man did this to a black man. I understand there's racial relations, but they are being funded, people. They are being funded. So the cops are maintaining that they observed Scott enter a car and emerge with a gun. Yeah, he was putting on something. It looked like he might have been squirting blood on him, or I don't know. But listen, this video we're going to scrutinize to the T. I'll put that out in a couple hours or a couple, whatever. But we need eyes on North Carolina before anything happens. We need to know, are these people showing up all together? It seems like it's coordinated. Not once it gets started in the helicopter view of all the people and all this. We need to see how it comes together. We need a stealth cameraman that can get around and basically could blend in and get these talking to people and all this stuff, at least not in the beginning. We need them to blend in. We maybe need them not to be showy about the camera, and see how these people come together, how they're talking, what's coordinated, because this is coordinated. This is a coordinated event, and we need to stop BS like this. And we're up against a big, large problem. We're up against a lot of money. We're up against coordinated efforts. We're up against police standing down or being involved. We're up against propaganda. We're up against weaponized media. We're up against so much. Now, the police just shot my daddy 4 times for being black. This is what it's saying. I mean, this type of stuff, I can only imagine being a black man reading this type of stuff, and it just infuriates, or a black woman, it infuriates. And everything right now, there's something that will infuriate you in this climate. They're making everybody angry, including me. As a standard procedure in police shootings, Vincent was on paid administrative leave pending an investigation. I love a paid administrative leave. While he murdered somebody that wasn't even involved in what they were saying it was for. And that's another thing that just gets you just pissed. The reaction to Scott's shooting death has been even more intense. Officers fired tear gas into a crowd after individuals began targeting police cruisers, and other people reportedly tried to break into a Walmart, only to be thwarted by cops. At least 5 people have been arrested so far. So a whole riot and only 5 people arrested. So it doesn't sound that bad. Protest is being, and I saw it. Eric had a feed going last night, but with all the hype and all the stuff going on, it didn't seem. It seemed coordinated. It seemed like they were there, and what has to happen is a trigger event. Something has to happen, and so the firing of tear gas and doing stuff they're hoping will trigger something. Protest is protected by our Constitution and is a vital instrument for raising issues and creating change. But when it turns violent, it undermines the very justice that it seeks to achieve, and I urge those demonstrating in Charlotte to remain peaceful in their expressions of protest and concern. Whatever. Just throw that out. I'm sorry that I even, said that, because these aren't even protests. These are staged soft coup attempts by the New World Order. What the CIA and other places do is they go in. I don't have to tell you guys this. They go in and they destabilize a region by infiltrating different groups, whatever is going on there. So if it's Sunni, Muslim, Shiite, and over the Irish with the bombings, that whole scene. It doesn't matter. They just find discontented people, irritable people, and they foment that. And then they'll infiltrate, and then they cause division. It's a very easy divide and conquer tactic, and we're seeing it done to our own people in the United States. Anybody that's actually being a part of this willingly is a son of a bee traitor, and they need to be hanged. All right, so we need eyes in North Carolina. I believe that it was in Charlotte, if I'm correct. Charlotte. So we need eyes on there. I'm sure that Eric's going to have another feed. So yeah, it was in Charlotte where this happened. Yeah, that's where also the riot was. So tonight, Wednesday, September 21st, we need eyes in the street. And we can't rely on these mainstream media SOBs to give us anything but weaponized media. All right, sorry I'm so hot, but this is crucial, guys. This has been